Hi everyone, today I'll be breaking down the new 2025 tax rules or changes that will affect all Canadians. I'm going to try to change the cadence of how I speak. Apparently, I speak too fast and it's too confusing, and people have to constantly rewind to hear what I said. So here goes. I'm trying to talk slower. Every year, the CRA has to adjust the tax rates, usually moving everything up for inflation. It's rare that we get drastic changes like the capital gains update that came online mid-year in 2024. Please thumbs up and subscribe to the channel where I give stock recommendations, tax advice, Canadian finance advice, and once a month I'll do a live trading video of stock options. If you'd like to sign up for a free ebook, I have one pinned in the comment and a link for beginner Canadian finance advice. Let's start with tax brackets. Lower and middle income earning Canadians should get a slight reduction in their tax, whereas high earners should stay the same or maybe slightly increase. The federal tax brackets have increased by around 2.8%, whereas provincial tax brackets have moved by, I think it's like 2.7% in Ontario at least. Remember, tax has many components. There's federal, provincial, and then I also consider CPP, EI, and the health premium part of tax as well. If you want a detailed breakdown for beginners on Canadian tax, please check out this video. If you're a visual learner, let's go through some numbers. If you earned $60,000 in 2024 and 2025, we see small differences in your tax payable. The lower tax brackets all have increased with inflation, so from $55,000 in 2024 to $57,000 in 2025, you'll get $83 less in federal tax payable. Now, the provincial tax savings will depend on where you live, but in Ontario, you can expect another $83,000 reduction in taxes as well. One issue with lower federal tax, it's slightly offset by higher CPP and EI premiums for 2025. Depending on your income level, your CPP could increase by over $1,000 a year. And if you're self-employed, you have double CPP payments, your premium might increase by $2,000. I made a detailed video breaking down all these CPP changes if you're interested. If you're self-employed, you can opt out of EI, so those don't affect you, but you can't opt out of CPP unless you're in Quebec, which has QPP. If you're saving for a home, you're getting a huge boost in potential down payment and savings with changes to the FHSA and the home buyers plan. As of Jan 1, assuming you've opened an account already, your FHSA will get another $8,000 in contribution room. If you haven't already for 2024, make sure to open an account. You'll get $8,000 in 2024. Then in January, you'll get another $8,000 of contribution room for 2025. This is only room, you're not getting $8,000. The FHSA is the best investment account if you're saving for a home. I made a video with more details here. It takes the best features of the TFSA and RRSP. I don't have an FHSA myself since I've owned a principal residence for a while now, so it's lost to me. The RRSP has increased as well. The maximum contribution room has increased by a few thousand, or maybe just like 1,500, from 32,490 to 33,810. Remember, it's based on 18% of last year's income. So around 187,000 in income to get the maximum contribution room allowed. But this isn't applicable to the people watching this channel. What is applicable, however, is the new increased home buyers plan. In 2025, first-time home buyers will be able to withdraw $60,000 of RSP to contribute to their first home. This is an increase from $35,000, which I found very low and very unhelpful. Think about it. A couple used to be able to withdraw max $70,000 as a down payment, but now they'll be able to withdraw $120,000 from the RSP for the home buyers plan. And then they also have the first home savings account, which is something separate. Considering the increase in housing costs over the last 10 years, $120,000 helps greatly towards a family-sized home. Some more help for anyone using their home buyers plan is the repayment period. You can't just withdraw from your RSP tax-free, you actually have to repay it. You have to repay it over 15 years, but previously there was a grace period of 2 years. But in 2025, you now have a 5-year grace period. You don't have to start repaying your home buyer's plan withdrawal until 5 years after you've purchased a home or 5 years after you've used it. It gives some people more time to save up or just maybe in the beginning deal with the new costs of owning a home. Effectively, the repayment period is now 20 years instead of the previous 17 years. Another increase is the TFSA contribution limit. This is my favorite account. The contribution limit is increasing by $7,000 as of January 1st, 2025. Every year on the first trading day, I make sure to contribute the entire amount. This is my favorite trading account. I've managed to accumulate almost $550,000 in 14 years with some luck and some options there. Maybe this would have dropped this week since the last time I saw the US stock market tanked, but I'll stick with 550 in my head. I haven't checked, I don't want to. I have a few videos breaking down the basics of the TFSA if you're interested, but just a brief overview. If you're above 18, you can start contributing. It all depends on your age and when you arrived in Canada. If you were 18 in 2009 and a resident in Canada at the time, you would have $102,000 in max contribution room. If you just turned 18 this year, you'll have around $7,000, and then next year you'll get another $7,000, so $14,000 total. Remember, this room doesn't disappear if you don't use it. It stays until you decide to. In the image I used earlier, there's a split in the capital gains tax in June 2024. I also made a video. I know this is annoying. I'm referring to previous videos I made, but this video isn't supposed to break down how tax works. That's too complicated. It would take like 30 minutes. This is just explaining the changes. So if you need to know the basics, I've made a video on the new rules and changes of the capital gains tax if you're interested. This won't affect the majority of Canadians, but here's a brief breakdown. If you've made over $250,000 in capital gains in 2025, any cap gains above 250 will get a higher inclusion rate of 66.7%. It's not taxed at this rate. This is just how much is added to your taxable income. This is an increase from the 50% inclusion rate. Since I'm in real estate, this affects a lot of my clients. Everyone I've been selling houses for has like second or third homes that they flip. So some of them have instantly lost tens of thousands of dollars in tax due to this new rule. If you have a corporation, you'll get a bigger hit. The capital gains inclusion rate for any amount of the corporation is now the 66.7%. For personal tax, it's only the cap gains above $250,000. For corporations, it's all capital gains. If you want to estimate your tax or play around with tax rates and income levels, I like using Wealthsimple's tax calculator. It's free and it's accurate for 2024. As of the making of this video, hopefully they'll update the tax rates for 2025 pretty soon so you can estimate your future income. Thanks for watching. This is hopefully, I think, my last video of 2024. Let me know if you have any questions and tune in to the next one.